Hey guys, how's it going? Today is Saturday, December 9th, 2017, 12:07 p.m. Hitting you guys up with another vlog. Coding I did this week. I spent about 5 hours learning code. You may be wondering, wait, didn't you just say in the last vlog that you're going to be committing full-time hours to learning code? And that's true, I am. But like I said in the last vlog, I just turned in my 2 weeks a week ago. So it's going to be next week. This Friday is going to be my last day of work. So once that happens, and I'm no longer working a full-time job, I'll actually be, I think, completely unemployed unless this next week when I have some interviews for jobs. If those go well, then I will be employed. But that's when it's ending, my work. And I'll be doing full-time hours, which will be awesome. And I can be totally committed to code. Now, let's get to the topic of this video. So today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't become a web developer. And if you're any one of these people I'm about to mention, you shouldn't become a web developer. And I don't think this just applies to web development or coding or programming or anything like that. It can apply to any skill you're trying to learn or master. So if you're any one of these people, chances are you are on the wrong track, or you need to have a change in your life so that way you can get to where you want to go. So the first person you don't want to be, don't become a web developer. If you don't like to work hard, if you're not someone who likes hard work, then you probably shouldn't become a web developer. Learning code and solving code problems is a lot of hard work. It's not something that you can just easily do. Becoming a web developer is not this get-rich-quick scheme where you can just, oh, I just learned this little bit of stuff and boom, I'm making $40,000, $60,000. No, it's you need to learn a bunch of different kinds of coding languages, but then also applying them in real world environments. It's not just knowing the material, but being able to apply it, which being able to apply is what's really going to take a lot of time. I mean, I can spend a lot of time learning code, but it doesn't matter if I can't apply the code to myself and to the world and what I'm working on. So, fact is, no matter what you're doing, you need to be a hard worker. If you hate hard work, I mean, go to McDonald's and you can pursue a career there. But you need to be a hard worker if you want to become a web developer. Second person you don't want to be, if you're a procrastinator, don't become a web developer. This is something that's completely hit all like millennials or young kids, is procrastinating, where we sit around and we don't get what needs to get done. We don't focus. We're too busy with social media. Our phones are always vibrating and buzzing, so we get distracted and we go off on social media and YouTube and all this other stuff, and we lose focus on what is really important. And so, just in every way of life, we just get so caught up in all this other stuff that really doesn't matter, and it keeps us away from getting what we actually want. So if you're a procrastinator, if you're lazy and you like getting distracted and you can't stay focused on something, if you can't stay focused, how are you supposed to learn code? How are you supposed to get the job done for your clients or for your boss, whichever path you take, whether it's freelance or getting a real job? You need to be able to focus on what needs to get done and get it done. So don't be a procrastinator. Number 3, if you lack perseverance, don't become a web developer. Because when you start doing coding, you're going to have to solve a lot of issues and a lot of problems, and it's going to bring a lot of frustration and anxiety and stress because you got all this code you got to go through and you got to figure out what's wrong with it, why it's not displaying what it needs to display, why the code is not, why this is not working with the server. You have to be able to persevere through those problems, through those issues, or even with learning code, if you're learning code, you have to persevere through all those hard languages you got to learn. I haven't hit JavaScript yet, or a lot of the server languages yet. But once you get there, all I've heard is that they're really hard to learn. And so you need to be able to persevere and continue on through those struggles, not only through those struggles, but through once you are applying this in the real world. Whether you're working with clients, whether something's not displaying properly, whether you messed up something in your code, you got to be able to go through all that code, solve all the issues, and persevere and not give up. And like I said, this applies to anything you're going to do. If you want any kind of skill in life, you need to be a hard worker. You got to stay focused and not procrastinate. And you got to persevere. You got to continue on. You got to keep going even when you don't want to keep going. When you feel like sitting around playing video games, you got to keep working. You got to keep mastering that craft. Because this is the thing. You're not the only person who wants to become a web developer. There are tons of other people who all want the same job you have. They all want to get that good salary. They all want to make the money. So the thing is, you are competing with hundreds upon hundreds of people, well, thousands upon thousands of people. And so you need to be the best in your field. In order to be the best, you need to have the leading edge on everyone else. If you want the leading edge, while everyone else is just working lightly, you need to be the one working hard. When everyone else is procrastinating and on their social media and hanging out with friends, you need to be the one who isn't procrastinating. You're focused on what you want, on your goal. And when everyone else starts giving up and they kind of slow down, they take a break, you got to keep persevering so that way you can get the prize that you want. You have to have the leading edge. And if you don't have the leading edge, you're not going to get a job. So that's my video I wanted to give to you guys. Don't become a web developer unless you're going to work hard, you're going to stay focused, you're willing to persevere. Stay tuned for the next vlog, because that is when I become jobless and go full-time into code and take the biggest risk I've probably taken in a while. Probably in my life. So, until then, we'll see you next time.